Hi, Janelle here with Sheep Hill Herbs. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to another video. Happy to have you here today. And in this video, I'm going to share on the herb bee balm, also in the Latin known as Monarda didyma. And I will spell that for you. M-O-N-A-R-D-A and didyma, D-I-D-Y-M-A. So before we get started into the video, if you could like, subscribe, hit the bell button, comment, let me know, do you grow bee balm? Check out my description down below where I have my link tree, which links to everything that is me, and there is a lot of links in there. I'll just point you out to my website newsletter button, my books on Amazon button, Mountain Rose Herb button in there to order your high quality herbs and so on. So check out that link tree button down below. Okay, let's talk about bee balm. I'm excited because it has just popped up in my garden and it's only about 2 or 3 inches off the ground, but it is one of the early herbs. And it is of the mint family. That is partially why it is up now, because my mints are growing and they can handle cold weather. In fact, I feel like this plant does not look so good in the heat of the summer, although it does flower then. The plant bee balm has brightly colored flower heads. I am going to try to turn this book around and you can see it right here. And this reminds me of a Dr. Seuss drawing and that book, or in the movie with the specs. So I think Dr. Seuss was looking at bee balm when he made some of his characters. Okay, so why the Latin name Monarda? It was named after Monardes, Nicholas Monardes. In 1512, 1588, he did a detailed description of this plant found here in the Americas. Very new to people from Europe, but not new to the Native Americans who had been using this herb for centuries. When settlers found Monarda or bee balm growing on the banks of the Oswego River in near Lake Ontario, they made tea from the leaves. They probably noticed the fragrance of the leaves and they named it Oswego tea. This tea became a substitute after the Boston Tea Party, when all of the black tea leaves were disposed of into the Atlantic Ocean, and people needed a substitute. Let's just say they needed and knew that there were other plants to make tea from. So the Cherokee Indian used the leaves for weak stomachs and intestinal troubles, for flatulence and colic. And let me just state, since I didn't in the beginning, this is all of the information is for educational purposes. I am sharing them in an educational nature. A poultice of the leaves was used to relieve colds and headaches. And this is by the ways I'm describing are from the Cherokee. A mild sedative was also made from the leaves as a tea for restful night sleep. The Chippewa and Meskwaki used the leaves and flowers as a cold remedy, and the Ojibwa made a tea from the leaves and flowers for fevers. And there are a number of other different recorded remedies for this plant. I am just sharing some of them. In early folk medicine, American folk medicine now, bee balm had a reputation for being effective in treating colds and sore throats. So again, sharing the educational information related to history, which I think is super fascinating. Okay, so what I like to read from is some folklore history on bee balm. So it is also known as scarlet bergamot. And if you like Earl Grey tea, you will notice that it has bergamot oil in the tea mix, and that is from this plant, from the bee balm. Its scent is similar to that of bergamot orange, a member of the citrus family. Scarlet bergamot or bee balm and bergamot orange are often confused. Bergamot orange, a small tree that produces a yellow citrus fruit with a pear-like shape, has its own interesting story. Bergamot oil is extracted from the fruit's rind. So here is the bee balm, just coming up here in the real early spring. It is April 5th, and I love this plant. It has a really unique, almost oregano flavor. I'm going to just pick some. Now this will get 2.5 feet tall with the beautiful pink or orangish pink flowers. So these are just the small leaves, and I'm going to harvest a few because I don't want to overdo it since they just came up to make a cup of tea. So they are of the mint. This plant is the mint family, and you can tell it kind of looks like mint. Has this darkening of the leaves though. So also some of the more modern purposes that you may want to use bee balm for, actually you can take the flower tops and dry them and use them as a salad topper, or even fresh. So if you think about saffron that way, or calendula flowers, these little strands of pink flower make a nice salad topper. The flowers make a really bright red tea, kind of like hibiscus flowers do. An oxymol, which is something I have shared on this channel a number of times, is a great antimicrobial remedy that you can keep on hand with the flowers, with the honey and apple cider vinegar. If you want to know how to make an oxymol, look up Sheep Hill Herbs oxymol on YouTube, and you will see all my videos on how to make one. But when those flower buds come up, consider doing that this year. You can also make a salve with the flowers, and the salve is antimicrobial as well. So to do that, you want to dry your flowers and infuse them into a plant oil. You can't use flowers that have moisture. You want them to be fully dried. So bee balm has thymol, Thymol, and that is why it has like this oregano-y kind of taste. But thymol will help clear nasal passages, open up the respiratory tract if you steam the flowers and the leaves, and maybe use a towel, breathing in that nice tea steam. The leaves can be chewed to help the gums and teeth and sore throats. So I'm just doing it right now. I love the taste. It's so strong and fresh. You could really use this like oregano or thyme, because I feel, unless you have like a very spicy oregano variety, sometimes oregano, at least the cultivated oregano, is not nearly as strong. Bee balm has a very strong taste. So that is bee balm. Look out for it. You might have a patch that you already know where it exists, and we should be seeing flowers within the next couple months. As this plant starts to grow, you can top it, you can cut the leaves back. It will encourage more growth before it goes to flower. So let me know what you think about bee balm, and come again soon. Check out my description down below. I have my link tree that links to everything that is me. I'm going to point out my Etsy shop, where you can now get my Advanced Home Herbalist course for a sale price of $2.99. It's a 10-month course, and you get entered into my private Facebook group for those course students only. So if you want to be an herbalist and you're ready to be trained, and you've been watching my channel for a long time, now is the time to go over there, go into my Etsy shop, which is in my link tree down below. So thank you so much. Come again soon.